response or something, considering that I'm the one that answers the phone.
Yes, so this guy that wants me to sponsor him, he just doesn't want to go to an AA, and I said, okay. And I go, can I ask why? And he said, because his wife's in AA, she's been sober for like 12 years.
Oh.
So, that's his reasoning. So I kind of
And he thinks it doesn't work for his wife?
well, it's not that.
Oh.
Maybe, but I thought I understood that. It's like, I could see where he wants to do it. We're all looking to be, find our own way. Maybe he just didn't want to join in with her.
That's true.
I could see his
or
reasoning.
Maybe she's pushing him.
Yeah.
Like she's been sober a while, he's not.
Yeah.
She might be.
Maybe he's tired of listening to that kind of rhetoric. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. I get tired of it.
Oh, yeah. So tell me about your summer. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be out there wakeboarding and all that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So far, I've gone to a wedding in Palm Springs, and I have been wake surfing a lot, and I'm looking forward to the 4th, because we do fireworks. We stay in town and do fireworks and stuff. And what else? Where am I going? I'm going somewhere. Oh, Mason Lake for my dad's birthday in early July. So that should be really fun.
How old's your dad?
He's turning 60. And my mom is crazy. I went home on my lunch break today because my mom is working on a project that I think she thought would be inexpensive, and now it's almost $400. She asked my dad a year ago to keep all of his hotel cards. He's a pilot, he's international for Delta. To keep all of his hotel room cards. And she asked for them the other day, and she has compiled this huge, she's framing this whole thing of 100 cards, and then she's having it matted and framed, and in the center there's a cutout, and so I met her at my house on my lunch because my dad is at the house and she doesn't want to spread it all out and do it there. So in the center is a cutout with a map of Tacoma, and she's pinpointed where our house is, and she drew a little heart, and she says, "Home is where the love is." And then she's gonna say "I love you" or something like that, handwrite it on the top of the map, and then have the whole thing framed. So these hotel cards are some of them have flowers on them, some are from Japan or New York, so they all look different. So that's the main part of what's being framed. But she's crazy. She's creative and crazy.
They usually go together.
Yeah. And last year's birthday present for my dad, my mom had us, all 3 of us girls, me and my 2 sisters, take a picture of ourselves holding a poster so I love you. So I think I was the I, and then my sister was love, and then my other sister was you. And she took a picture of us in wherever we were, not the same day, not wearing matching outfits, all different. So I did mine here, and then she put each picture in a clear glass cube and put Christmas lights in there, and then that was his gift.
Your family's they sound normal, loving. Did you have a loving childhood?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a different dad, but yeah. My parents got married when I was like 6. So, and I have a niece and nephew, but they're moving in August to Okinawa for 3 years, so I'm not even going to see them unless they come visit or Violet comes home for the summers.
How does that make you feel?
Sucks. Dude, my mom is so stressed out. So, because Violet basically lives with my parents and has for a while. It's very complicated. So Violet, my middle sister is the one with both kids. And she had Violet when she was 19. And Violet has always lived with my parents. And then that guy's out of the picture. Grace remarried for a year, got divorced, never had a kid with the husband that she was with before. She's now remarried with a kid that lives with them full time, and like she's stepped up and she's a mom and all this stuff. So my parents feel obligated to let her have a chance to have both kids because Violet is her kid. But her husband's in the military and my nephew's born into military is very young, so him getting used to that lifestyle is one thing, but Violet's been an only child raised here with stability with her grandparents. So, my mom told me today that she is going to grieve, which I don't know what that's going to look like. Stresses her out because she wants to do what's best for Violet. But they have rules about Violet going. Because for one, Violet has full custody with my parents, legally. So in order for Violet to go to Japan, they have to turn over some of the rights to Grace and her husband Michael in order to take Violet overseas. But they don't want to give full custody because if Violet needs to come home, they can't pick her up. And Violet will have to go to counseling. That's a stipulation of Grace taking her. My parents are requiring that they get the reports about how Violet's progress is. And she's very mature for a little girl, but she is not used to living with my sister, and she's been an only child. So to integrate her into a different country, a different school, and apparently my mom said because she's so young, her brain can't comprehend time, so she doesn't know what moving there means. So we can explain that she's going to live in a beautiful tropical place and be with her mom and Cash and Michael, but she doesn't get that that's like permanent. And as it is now, she goes to my sister's house on the east side and she wants to come home in like 2 days. When do I get to go back to Emma's house? Well, that's not happening in Japan. It's going to be interesting. But that's why I take lots of pictures of them.
Say goodbye.
What?
Say goodbye now.
Bye now.